Walking the graves. Perform rites with Emmrich. Visit the Necropolis gardens with Emmrich. I wonder how the gardens of the Necropolis look like. As Emmrich performs rituals to honor the dead of the Grand Necropolis, the senior necromancer opens up about his past. Let's see what his past is. Still there on the screen. Actually, the box I have for messages is smaller than what you have probably, Julia. The last message I see on screen is they're lining the hall, big green candles. From what I know about the romances, there is a sort of a time frame. You can flirt with all of them. The game will let you know if the flirt is about to become a romance. So no worries on any sudden romance surprises. Also, these characters can romance each other if you don't decide. Which I think is kind of nice if it's done well. Being an ice mage, my enemies turn into ice and I shatter them into bloody pieces. Ooh boy. The gardens do actually look kind of nice.
Thank you again for coming.
Spooky, but
My
nice.
duties include tending to these rites of remembrance. Excellent. Manfred
Manfred's
found his
around.
way down. Very good, Manfred.
He sounds excited.
Manfred is almost as good
I
as
thought
Hassan.
we'd start the rites here. A tableau of the dead, commissioned 173 years ago. These lives were flickers against the ages, precious, fragile, and finite.
What is the
Now
skeleton
they serve as a
doing here
warning.
with the
Don't
hands?
linger overlong in the gloom. Live with grace and fervor while you may.
How did they die? You know what? Let's compliment on the decor.
It's like being in a very, very specialized museum.
Yes, but the purpose of the tableau...
Wait, did one just move?
That one's livelier. Here.
What?
Who were you when you breathed above?
This body was a tailor's, a mother's. She laughed and taught and wove
Skeleton's
the robes
measuring.
kings wore when they were crowned.
Tja. Someone must realign her thoracic vertebrae. I hope the novices are inspecting the displays.
I love this place. It is really cool.
Seems disrespectful to abandon something you built.
Precisely. No wonder there's been an uptick in hauntings.
Wait, what?
Let's continue.
There will be hauntings? Oh well.
So what now?
We light candles in remembrance of the dead.
I really do like their relationship with death. It is really cool. Like, I don't know, it's a very positive relationship with death in general. And also very, like, honoring. And still like having lots of undead
Would you
around.
care to light the candle, Rook?
Which one? This one.
Look at this. The
Very
last
normally.
tomb of the Tannhausens. A very influential family in the Storm Age.
We broke the bones of dragons.
A posthumous motto. Their last heir met his match against a Highland Ravager.
Death by dragon? I'm surprised there was enough to bury.
Also, Emmrich's robe looks inspired by
Do you
corpse
know,
lore.
I never
Yeah, you're right,
expected that the
Malachan.
door we found
And it's a
back
nice
in the Vault
detail.
of the Beloved would lead here.
Didn't notice that.
So the Necropolis actually shuffles its rooms around?
From time to time.
Kinda
Very
live.
unlikely to happen while we're inside a chamber. Could
That's
you
not
light the
impossible.
next candle?
I'm now somewhat anxious to see my other friend play this quest as he's a Moon Watcher. Oh, but that probably gives you like lots of nice unique interactions, right?
Aha! One of my favorite flowers! A variegated weeping widower.
You know your plants.
Oh, alchemy is my hobby.
Pretty nice.
It's a break from teaching spirit calling and theoretical applied metaphysics.
Bet you'd love some of the books the Shadow Dragons, liberated from a few magisters.
Liberate.
This way, Rook.
You were right about the gardens being peaceful.
The Necropolis has its dangers, but these places are a refuge for the dead.
How many people are buried here anyway?
Excellent question.
There's a spirit.
We rarely should take a new census.
I also really like the flair and the atmosphere in general. Because, I mean, everything looks kind of creepy, but like in a very cool way. It does. This was a fun quest as a Necromancer. Nice. Yeah, I'm still not sure if, like, not helping the Shadow Dragons as a Shadow Dragon, like, cut us out of, like, lots of unique interactions. But, well.
Examining the graves?
He is. Like one of your bones from this guy?
You'll need
I
to
also-
light these candles as well.
I also do wonder how they decide like who to put on display and whose bones to use for like creations like Manfred and who they are just like burying. I think I will have my rook as a warden inspired by his father. Nice.
Open your hearts to the final day, companion of all the ages. I was pleasantly surprised by your respect for our undead tableau earlier, Rook. I'm beginning to think people outside Navarra find the Necropolis a little unnerving.
Shadow
guess
dragons
most
are
people
used to
would.
weird architecture. More skulls here, though.
Distant
The
eerie
spirits
whispers.
gather. Only a few more candles. Follow me.
I think it might make your story more unique, like you had to make the ultimate sacrifice for the greater good. I think it might be really hard as a Grey Warden if you see like your child to decide to also become a Grey Warden, cause I mean, as a Grey Warden you do know the whole thing with the joining and stuff, right? The calling in the end. Must be kinda hard. Like probably like a mix of being proud and also worried. Oh hey Wisp.
Look here.
Can we take it? It kind of looks like it's going to steal something from us. Let's try to awkwardly talk with it.
Hi? Should I say hi?
It's curious about you. We're also enjoying the gardens, but with one last ritual ahead. On your way, my friend.
They're cute, I like them.
Spirits really are your specialty.
I've always had a rapport with them. Even as a child, they were my companions.
After you started training here?
After I was orphaned.
Oh,
A collapsed building, swift deaths. After the funeral, the Watchers took me in.
But yeah, I think the wisps kind of remind me of like something alien, also with the sounds. I'm not sure what exactly, but it seems like some of those light aliens from Star Trek. I don't know their names. It's been too long. I like this part because your rook is also an orphan in the Morn Watch. Ah, that's a really good way to connect.
belated condolences, if that's worth anything.
Always. We move on, as we must, but those long nights linger about the shadows.
How did you deal with it?
I didn't. When I first arrived here, I was terrified.
And
This
you
has not
still
so
joined the
happily.
Watchers?
They're what saved me.
I hope he's going
Come,
to share some more.
The next set of graves lies ahead.
But I guess also like the Morn Watchers probably can really help you deal with death, right? I mean, it's kind of everything they deal with, right?
Please, light the next candles if you would.
Like when I had an affinity for spirits, I suppose if she hadn't gone to Kinloch, she would have made a good Morn Watcher. Yeah, true. We didn't really get to know a lot about like Navarra and the Morn Watch before, right? Like in the previous games, I think we heard almost nothing about them.
There's much to recommend about the rhythm of a ceremony. It eases our worst hours. As a boy, the Watcher's rituals were exactly what I needed to steady my days with purpose.
And some death magic?
Well, every young mage needs a speciality.
And for some, it's necromancy.
All this pageantry, this magnificent gloom and its rites, I ask you, Rook, what is it for?
It's gotta be the living, right?
Yes,
Isn't it?
exactly. This place is an abundance of history, of magic, of memories. The Watchers preserve it so the living may draw comfort from those who've gone before.
But it's
We
also for
must
honoring
get to the
spirits,
candle,
isn't
please,
it?
Manfred.
You told Harding that Manfred used to be a wisp until you gave him a body.
Yes, he's taken so well to it, haven't you, Manfred? Here are the last candles you'll need to light.
At least it seems like a lot of the Moonwatch does is also for the spirits. not
Once
only
you're
the
ready,
living.
we'll need to ring the bell.
Yes, this is true. We knew that Bioware had hinted about the other cultures when they were focusing on only Ferelden at the time. Yeah, and I mean in general, the South, right? I mean, we got to know some things about Tevinter, obviously, but we're never able to really go into the northern regions of Thedas. See if no spirits are going to appear. Still waiting for the
Let the
haunting to happen.
rites be acknowledged. Our bonds seen and sealed. We honor the listening spirits.
See, it's also for the spirits. I knew it. Curious, they kind of look like the spirits who usually attack us. I thought they were demons.
Hail from the abyss.
Keepsake.
We witness, good Watcher, faith kept in all our paths.
What was,
The Necropolis hosts many spirits. We thank these guardians for their protection and friendship. We'll need to ring the bell once more to close out the departing ceremony.
Curious. Well, more than hints, we had quite in-depth descriptions in these places. I think Ravane is the least explored by the southern people and was feared because they had no circle of magi. Oh, Ravane has like 3 mages? I didn't know. Nice. I wonder if we're ever going to hear from Endless again. Talking about 3 mages. Would be lovely, but I don't think so.
so you were really afraid of this place as a child?
It wasn't the Necropolis itself, but what was draped around it. Have you ever been frightened by the thought of dying, Rook?
I would say that Rook was in the very beginning of being like a Shadow Dragon and stuff. But like, especially if you do like Shadow Dragon stuff, if you interact with like and fight like Minotauri, I think at some point you just get used to it. So I would assume that they just like used to be afraid, but kind of came around like, okay, we have to make it count, and I want to survive, but well, there are some casualties on our missions. I'll go with 3, I think, is the most fitting one.
It's part of life.
I wish I'd had your equanimity when I was younger.
How old are you, Emmrich?
That's when I discovered I possess a great terror of dying. It goes beyond dread. Can't be reasoned with or soothed over. It comes without warning. In the dead of night, sunlit streets, raw, strangling fear struck somewhere deep past the heart.
That's an issue for a necromancer.
You're really surrounding yourself a lot with death.
Oddly, I discovered I wasn't alone. I debated this fear with friends. I argued with teachers. Yet, it lingered. Manfred's right. That's maudlin enough. There are struggles, but a watcher
like
should
Manfred.
always find peace amongst the graves. And what sort of host would I be if we didn't end with some light refreshment?
Aww. I gotta say, it is actually like a really cute setup for a date. But in a graveyard, yeah, that's not the issue. Emmrich is 50. Yeah, I mean, that means he's like, I mean, not that that was up for debate, but like, quite a bit the oldest of our companions, right? Sorry, I ignored the chat for a second. Yes, Ravane has like local shamans and witches, kind of like druids. Oh, that's cool. A good example why free mages are not that bad. The Winter Circles were also more like schools to teach mages than keep them inside. Yeah, I mean, the role of the Paladin... why do I always want to say Paladins? The role of the Templars is also very different in Tevinter, right? The Necropolis is an Nevarran circle, but they're basically free. The Templars have no powers. Yeah, I think last time, at some point, Emmrich was like, why would we let a Templar handle, like, issues with, like, spirits? We are the ones who know the most about it, right? Immortality, the goal of all necromancers, whether they... Wait? I think you're missing a word there, Alistair. Immortality, the goal of all necromancers, whether they know it or not. Or do you mean like no? The only mistake I can say my other friend playing made in his playthrough was that he thought that the Entam would help to protect Teresa from the Blight. Oof. You really thought the Entam were like friendly and like helpful? Especially after that quest? Then he found out afterwards, like the Venetroia, the Entam are working with the Evanuris, and his reaction was like, oh damn. But you kinda know that, like, in the quest before, right? Yeah, I misspelled, sorry. No worries. I think Emmrich is a very cool character, but we're not going to run with Emmrich.
That sounds great.
Kinda
Thanks.
old, among other things.
Would you mind letting Manfred pour? He does so love seeing the steam rise from the cups.
Seems like a really cool atmosphere for a drink, though. Quest complete. Walking the graves. While performing rites in the Necropolis, Emmrich confessed that he's always been haunted by fear of his own mortality. The rites brought him peace, however, and left him with an even greater resolve to face the perils of the world above. Aww. Nice, and we also found a better keepsake. Do we have a treasure chest somewhere? Oh, I think we can actually continue down here. See that? Okay, let's go to the beacon to unlock it, and then let's search for treasure. And maybe just some crafting materials.
Emmrich, have I got this right? Manfred's a wisp?
A wisp of curiosity, to be precise.
And this wisp was so curious about our world, it just couldn't wait to come here, animate a body, and serve you tea?
Manfred enjoys boiling the water. He's mesmerized by the steam.
Be nice, Davrin. I don't know, it feels like Davrin really doesn't get like along too well with the other companions, right? Or is it just me? I think he did, but maybe forgot. Maybe. It's a lot of lore to take in all at once. Yeah, might be. I mean, also like lots of terms, right?
Is that actual mist inside?
Oh, grave mist isn't a wine. It's magically infused vapors captured near tombs where spirits dwell. I don't partake myself, but it's supposedly quite invigorating.
It's just you. You think so, Monochan? I mean, we already talked about that last time, that like Davrin also like kind of picked a fight with like Lucanis. And the bantering of Emmrich also isn't like too great. Davrin and Emmrich do seem to be at odds a lot of the time. Yeah, Davrin isn't the nicest to some of the companions. He doesn't really like Lucanis either. Yeah, I saw that. Or heard that last time.
Just a casual inquiry.
Share your secrets.
Mother? Haven't seen you for... Won't forget. By the fireplace. You too. Love you.
Lucanis, Davrin, and Emmrich all seem to have problems with each other. I mean, maybe it's also like changing over time. Davrin and Lucanis can put beside their differences. I mean, that might be. At least so far, the bantering of Davrin with the other male companions didn't seem like too nice. I don't think Davrin likes death, at least because he kills monsters. Yeah. And also seems to have an issue in general with like demons and spirits, I think. Because I mean, that's the demon thing is the issue with like Lucanis. Yep. Oh, we can just climb up again. I was like, no, I want the loot. Well. Do you see the loot? Because I do. Do you also see that I can't pick it up? Ha. Challenging, but possible. I don't think there's treasure around. Maybe here? Come on, Taash. I just wanted to say, it doesn't really help if there's like a grade. Oh, hey, spirit. Are we grave robbing? I guess we kinda are. Oh well. Emmrich doesn't disapprove. This all probably seems super creepy to Davrin. Yeah, might be. I mean, you can also really feel, at least so far, that Davrin's mentality is a lot about like killing monsters, right?
It's a meditative puzzle.
And then I think you also in a state where you really try to discern, like, is that a monster or not?
It needs to be discovered if it's to have any meaning.
All right.
Okay, I didn't listen to the game. Bell inscription. Frost blown dark before the dawn. Sightless gulf of endless sleep. No sound murmurs through the mind. Nothing turns within the deep. Oh boy. Did our companions talk about this portcullis here? Ah well. We will find a way. But the question is how? I also do wonder where this chest here is supposed to be. I mean, there's no arrow around. Yeah, okay, it is up there. Ha!
Right away.
Does that help? Does using the bell open the portcullis? Let's follow the wisp. Not sure what we're going to do. Maybe we have to just play with it a little. Alright, little wisp.
Emmrich, this one's all yours.
Done in a moment.
Let's try this again.
Let's try this again. have to start over? Did I mess up? Do we have to do like a certain order? Death's new bounty blooms awake, wrapped in silken morning sighs. Golden is your new find birth, flame eternal in your eyes. Do you think there's a certain order? Maybe it's something about the text. Then again, when we rung that bell, we could see the wisp like going around, right?
At once.
I think we just have to... Oh no, it just vanishes. Just so you know, I won't be able to stay for the whole stream today. We family have a lot of cleaning to get done. We're getting some new appliances delivered next Saturday. New dishwasher, new sink, new fridge, new washer and dryer. Oh wow, that's a lot! All my old appliances are over 20 years old and on the verge of dying. They have problems. Then, all the best for cleaning, and yeah, sad to see you go though. It seemed to be the correct one for the next one. And yeah, good luck with the work. It goes to that one. I think maybe we just have to watch where it goes. Go.
I can assist.
It seems to be correct, I hope.
Of course.
And I think there's just like one left, right? Bad luck, because I will shower. Alright, see you in a bit, Manachan. Enjoy your shower. Just figuring out where wisps go. Right,
That opened up something.
Okay. So, let's see if we can get now to the treasure chest. But I think we did. Look at all those glowing marks. Memento, treasure chest, and the big treasure chest. Huh. Precious Decay. What a lovely name. More necrotic damage. But we're not dealing necrotic damage. So not much use for it. Do wonder how we can get up there.